He joins us now. Stace, mate, you look quite shell-shocked, even a little miserable at the presser following that. How's the mood in the camp been? How's your mood been? Where are you at?
No, I'm good. Obviously disappointing, but hey, we know the position we're in, and we've got to fight our way out of it. So yeah, it's not easy, but we got to work hard and try and find some positivity in the group, and yeah. So,
Are we good enough to work our way out of this?
Oh, for sure. This is a tough competition. Certainly need things to go your way, but yeah, we'll work as hard as we can, and anything, you work hard and you get rewards, and that's one thing this group has been doing is bouncing into training and wanting to work hard, but obviously things, when things don't go away, heads drop on the field, and we've got to find a way to be better in that area.
How frustrating is it for you being around a group of players that can perform so much better than they consistently do, though? Your career, Stace, one of the most excellent things about it is I can't remember you having a bad game, mate, and I don't know any fans that probably could. You were so consistent, and you had a level of performance that you demanded of yourself. Do you get the same out of this group or not?
Martin, mate, I'll tell you the truth. I had some bad games, mate, so I appreciate your support there. But the big focus for me, like since I've come on board in this position, I just need each individual to make sure they prepare the best they can, and they need help with preparation. We've got people here that can do that, and it's one thing when you prepare well, you can go into a game with some sort of confidence.
Yeah.
What I have done with the group is stripped a lot of things back to make it a bit more easier, make it a bit more simple, make it clearer that they know their role. So if you give them that, and they get their individual prep right, then you're going to give yourself a decent chance. And I saw some good signs on the weekend. Like the first 20 minutes,
yes.
I showed them that. I said, look, just watch this, write a couple of things down and tell me what you like and tell me what you saw. And they said all the right things. They saw a group that was connected. They saw a group that worked well together. They saw a group that, followed a game plan. And then what happened after that? We made some errors, fundamental errors. And then what happened? And then, heads dropped, and you can't have that in this game. Good teams, when things don't go their way, they stay connected. They work harder. There's more urgency. There's more talk. And that's the area where this group is lacking big time, is being a connected group when things don't go their way. And that's a massive part that we've got to get right. If we don't get that right, then, we're going to get the same results.
Stacey Jones, interim Warriors coach, is with us, and we play Penrith this coming Saturday night. But that kind of stuff you're talking about, Stace, did you recognise any of that before you took this role over? Or did you see any of those same signs through the losing streak before you took over?
Oh, before I took it, well, it was happening, Martin. We were losing games. We were playing some good footy, and then we played. Then when it went bad, it went bad. So it's been in this group now for probably 6 weeks, and it's an area that we've got to get right. We're addressing it. We're coming up with ideas of how we can do it better, but. What happens is 3 or 4 players drop their heads, and that's all it takes, and you've got sort of maybe 10 other blokes trying their butts off, and you got to have 13 blokes on the field, that are all connected, and at the moment it's really disjointed. Look, there's no fraction within the group that suggests that they're not a tight group, because they train hard. There's when they rock into meetings and all of that, they're talking. So it's not like there's any sort of where they're not wanting to work hard. There's none of that at the minute. But there is a definite sense of, here we go again, disappointment when things don't go away.
Man, it's just, that's a mindset, eh? And you got to, and I don't know. I mean, this is what your job is at the moment, as much as anything else, is to try and turn that mindset around. Is that why you say words like simplicity and that, to try and just basically get rid of all the clutter, everything out of your head at all, and just your role, your mates next to you, and performing that one-on-one job? What did Bill Belichick say all the time? Was just do your job. Is that the kind of message you're talking about?
100%. 100%. Do your job, be clear, and that's what I did. We've stripped things back a little bit so that they're clear on their role, and, we've got some players in this team that, are trying to fix 100 things, and let's try and just fix 2 or 3 things first, and then we can worry about the next one, You know what, Martin? Rugby league's not a hard game to understand.
It's a lovely game, mate. It's a brilliant game to watch. It's so simple and so brutal, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, so just try. Don't try and overthink it here, boys. Okay, we can't do that. So it's also a game, mate, that when you're talking about your head goes down, the opposition see that. It's not like they don't, right? And then all of a sudden they know, right? If I target that guy, if I target this, well, boys, their heads are going. Well, let's give it to them for the next 10 minutes. Yep, for sure. And for a long time now, and this goes back many years ago within this team, even when I was playing, like players that come to this club, coaches that come to this club, and they talk about if you hang with the Warriors for 60 minutes, eventually they'll fold, and that really hurts, because that's their thinking of this club, of where it's at, and we've got to change that, and I know coaches in the past have come here and said that, and whether or not it's true, but it's certainly pretty evident that that's what's happening with this group at the minute.
Stacey Jones is with us. We've got Penrith this coming Saturday. You've made quite a few changes to this week's side, giving young guys a crack. Is that a result of what you saw last weekend, or is that always going to be your plan over the next few weeks?
Oh, look, we've certainly wanted to make changes. I know when Brownie was here, he wanted to make a couple of changes, but felt wasn't the right time. And, and when you make changes, you've got to make sure that the players that are coming in are also playing good footy or at least even playing footy. So you can't make changes unless you've got players there that can take over. So, it's a way to change. The big one is in the halves, which is now going back to the bench and knowing that he can do a really good job there. And Ronald now has played 3 games for our feeder club, Redcliffe. So, he was always earmarked to get some footy game time. And, I know it's a big call to name him against the best team or one of the best teams in the comp, but I feel that Ronald's ready, and it also brings a lot of positivity to the group and energy when you give someone their debut. So we need 12 other blokes on the field that need to help Ronald out and make sure that he has a debut that he can remember with good memories.
Look, I know this might sound a bit trite, mate, but it's not an impossible ask if you saw what the Dogs did to the Eels on Monday night, right? That's a team that went out there and you could see them grow in confidence, Stace. I don't know whether you watched that game, mate, but you could see it in their... Okay, well, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. They got a few points up and you could just see them all lift again. And I thought the same when we were 12-0 up on the weekend. I thought, come on, you lads, here we go. This is exactly what we wanted. And then it's a matter of just being tight, playing your sets, just keeping, making your tackle, just keeping down their end. I suppose this is what I'm trying to get at. This is the simplicity of what you're saying, is it?
Yeah, it sounds like the game plan that we got. You said right there, what you need. Yeah, hey, and when you're down by 12 points, I'm talking about the opposition, you certainly don't feel like you're out of the game, especially in this game. But when you get 18 and then 24 and you get a bit of confidence, and that's what, when you're 12-0 up, you need to strike next if you want to really put the game away and get some confidence. And that's what the Bulldogs did. That's what they did. They went to another level and just made Parramatta panic a bit. And
get a bit of luck. Seems to ride with you. That's the bounce, doesn't it? It all seems... As far as Shaun goes, he'll be more disappointed in his own performances than anyone else. I know that. I spoke to him at length before the season started. Where are you at with him?
Look, I've had a good talk with Shaun, and he's obviously, feeling it at the moment, knowing that he's not playing good footy. He's really, he is one of the players that has really struggled to be away from his family and away from home. So now we've got a plan for Shaun that, if things don't get any better for him, that we'll make a change. But like at the minute, we're focused on this week that he can have a good performance, and I really want Shaun to play that first game back at Mount Smart. So he's got a job this week to help a kid make his debut and make it comfortable for him. Shaun's played over 200 games of NRL, so we need Shaun to do his job, but he's also going to help a kid out, and it's a good thing for Shaun to have that responsibility.
Has there been anything over the last couple of weeks that makes you think, oh, yeah, I'd quite like this job full-time, or are you still just taking it kind of till the end of the season and then see?
No. I've been clear with the club, with Cameron and Mark, that I'm here to do the job that you've asked me to do and get through to the end of the season. And then I've always said, look, you need to make sure you find the right man for the job and you do your homework on it. So no, we're comfortable with where it's at and whatnot. So my focus is right now just on this team, to get some wins on the board.
Just a couple more questions. We'll let you go, and I thank you so much for your time, mate. It's fascinating listening to you because you're just so full of positivity. You're so full of determination, and it's not just words. I can really feel that. It's going to get tough though, Stace. If we lose again to the Panthers at 7 in a row, mate, they're a hell of a side to play and all of that kind of stuff. Are you going to keep your own personal momentum up?
I have to, Martin. You have to. I remember being in this position when you've been a player, and you're leading this team along with, your captain, and that. As soon as you sort of start to dwindle a bit, that feeds back to the players. So I got to, I'm going to be as positive as I can be. I got really good support, not people here, but I've relied on some people that have been a part of this club in the past, and getting advice from them, whether I take it on or not, but most of them being very, very positive and good. So, my positivity, and even, being hard around the group is not going to change.
All the very best, mate. Thank you so much for your time. Great talking to you.
No worries, Martin. Thank you.